What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or for the first time if you're new, I'm Sylvan, and today I'm going to be reacting to Skirk's character teaser, an end and a beginning. I am so curious what we're going to be getting into here. Knowing Skirk's lore and everything, it could be a lot. So I'm not going to delay at all. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and let's get into this. What do you have for us, Skirk? Track down Skirk. Oh! Oh! Child wants Arlecchino to track her down? 3 questions. Yo, child! Child! That's a good question. It? There's the narwhal. Is that what she's saying he awoke? Okay. You gotta get stronger. Yep. Yep. Yo? What is happening? What the hell is happening? How is this not part of the animated short? Heaven and earth are your blades. Yo! In my master's footsteps, okay. Once you master the tangible, you can go to the untangible. Well, intangible. Certainly something to follow up with. Oh, throwing him out of the abyss? Never truly answered the question. He didn't hear it. Okay. The wreckage of the stars? Oh. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? What the hell was this teaser? I am blown away. To start from the beginning, the framing of this teaser is that Child wants to find Skirk, and more specifically, is asking Arlecchino to help him. First off, that's huge. Maybe we will see something of this in Skirk's story quest or the future. But what it first and foremost does is set the scale and standard of what is happening. Skirk is such a powerful and hard to find person that a Harbinger needs to ask another Harbinger, one of the most powerful ones, to find her. And not just that, but the leader of one of the Fatui's spy organizations. A spy master, essentially. But this, of course, leads to Arlecchino asking Child about Skirk, and it works as a great way for us to learn a few things. And from here, we enter the past. Shortly after Child has finished his training with Skirk, and he's about to leave the abyss, he's allowed to ask 3 questions of Skirk. And it also just gives us the opportunity to see what Child looked like as a kid, which is really cute. I love it. It's real nice. I am a big fan of Child. But these questions are far more interesting to me. The first thing that Child asks, why did you agree to train me? It's a very good question. Something that has been a question of my own for a very long time, and has become even more of a question since the animated short for me. Someone who leaves no trace anywhere is a rumor at most, a trespasser in this world who has been reminded to not become attached to it. Why would such a person train someone? And the answer Skirk gives is you awakened it. The simplest answer to what it could be, seeing as we see the shadow of the narwhal in a moment, is the narwhal. It's something closely tied to Child as a character, so it would make sense for that to be what it is. You awakened my master's pet, and that is a big deal. You drew my attention. But at the same time, It does not seem that simple. She says this training will prove useful in the future, as if Child will serve a purpose someday. And even more interestingly, she says, if you want to survive that battle, you need to get stronger. Once again, she may just be talking about the possibility of him one day fighting the narwhal. There also could be some other fateful encounter, some fateful battle that Child will be a part of, that Skirk in some way, somehow, is aware of. It is a battle that Child must be ready for. If it is just the narwhal, then he was to a degree. He couldn't defeat it on his own, but he held his ground for quite a while. But it is here that we enter my favorite part of the teaser. Objectively the best part of it, I think. Questioning how he's supposed to get stronger, he says, I've mastered tons of weapons. I am physically and martially so capable. What am I supposed to do to become more powerful? And the answer given from Skirk is weaponry is just a starting point. The physical, the tangible, the things that your physical body are capable of is just the beginning of true combat and power. And she also takes a jab at his bow skills. A running joke, of course. But then she shows him what it means to go beyond. We alter the animation style, becoming fully animated, much looser. The edges are gone. Reality itself is breaking and shattering. Skirk is battling a dark reflection of herself. She is in a non-space. Reality itself is not functioning as intended anymore at this scale. When you master all weapons, your body becoming the perfect weapon itself, you must learn to bend reality to your will. Master the tangible and then master the intangible. And this is represented by the animation change. I've said this again and again and again. An animation change to show a difference, something important, is one of my favorite things. And when it's done like this, where it takes it from the usual more tweening style of animation that the teasers have, and bringing it into full animation, and a distinct style at that, distinct even from the animated short that was still closer to the traditional style, is so perfect for that. Go beyond the bounds of reality. Go beyond what is normally possible, and you will become stronger than anyone. We can see the blade of Skirk and her mirrored dark form clashing, both blades cracking, but hers being the one that shatters. And yet, even with her blade broken, she can control the shards. She manipulates the remnants, the shards of her blade, to block a killing thrust, a blow that could not be stopped by conventional means, using a power beyond the merely physical. This is the next level of combat. If you have honed your skills with the blade enough to cut through reality itself, to shatter the veil of what is understood, then you can learn to wield those shards themselves. Heaven and earth become your blades. The world itself, reality, is yours to wield. All of creation bends to your will. This is the strength you can achieve in time. This is the strength you will need for the future battle. And more interestingly, once you have done that, once you have wielded creation itself, the heaven and earth have become your weapons. Reality bends to your blade. You can follow in my master's footsteps. A master of weapons who became so powerful they drew the ire of the gods. Someone who could break the barrier of this world, traverse past the false sky, and bring people from other worlds to this one. You will be following in my master's footsteps by doing so, and seek even higher power. 3 generations of warriors at different stages in their seeking of power. One who is young, who is still mastering the physical, tangible reality. Another who has transcended that, who understands how to wield heaven and earth. And the final one, who transcends all of that, who has broken through all barriers, whose enemies are the gods themselves, and has transcended conventional reality. All are on the same path, just at different points in that journey. Sirtology put Skirk on the path that he walked, and Skirk is now putting Child on a path similar to the one she has. Even if she is not being as cruel as Sirtology seems to have been, this is a path they all share now. But from here, we return to conventional reality. We return to just Child asking questions. And he finishes with a question that on its surface is funny. It's simple, it's light, it's something amusing after the spectacular show we just got. But it touches on something very important. It may not be as grand as the beginning of a journey to transcend reality, but for Skirk, that question is a heavy one. And more specifically, doesn't getting stronger make you happy? Don't you become stronger so you can achieve what you want? So that you have the power to be confident in yourself, to be happy? That is not the case for Skirk. That is not her reality. She can bend creation to her will, and it does not bring her happiness. She has more strength than almost any being in this world, yet it cannot bring her happiness. Why is that? And Skirk's answer is to cast him out of the abyss, returning him to his normal world, but with a final message. Traverse the wreckage of the stars one day. Break through the false sky and see the ruins of what is beyond, and you will know the world as I see it. Being exposed to that which transcends reality is not happy. It is not good. It grants a path to power, but happiness is nowhere to be seen in that. This gives us another glimpse at who Skirk was before she came to Teyvat. It seems as though she came from a ruined world, a place facing calamity perhaps, some incomprehensibly large object or entity looming above, perhaps crashing into her world, all when she was still a child. She has seen the horrors of the cosmos, the horrible vastness, the painful impermanence of everything, the loss of everything she once knew, and though she is now at a point where she is powerful, stronger than anyone, she has paid a great price along the way. She is burdened with understanding of what this universe is. Maybe we will begin to learn as well. But what interests me as well about this is that this is a quest given by Skirk to Child. Skirk believes and expects Child to become powerful enough to traverse the stars, to escape beyond the lie that is Teyvat's reality, and come to understand the world as she sees it. If Child truly has that potential, I have a feeling there's going to be some crazy shit for him in the future. Perhaps soon, depending on if he has any relevance to Nod Cry. As a lover of both Skirk and Child, I cannot wait to learn about Skirk's past more and Child's future going forward. But that is the teaser. Something visually stunning that gives us a glimpse at just how crazy Skirk's past is. But before I end the video, we have a little bit of a description. The pursuit of power is a task that cannot be completed in a single day. It is a path laden with many steps, and these could be an ending wreathed in destruction, or the beginning of a new life. Every step carries the potential for an end, but every step also carries the potential for something new. It seems Skirk, on her way to power, has experienced many endings, many destructions. But by training Child, that step of her journey was the beginning of something new. That created something. And maybe she has hope that Child can do the same. It's hard to say what exactly her expectations of him are, but there is that potential at every step of the journey. But with that, I think I will end the video here. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, and I hope you all had a great day. Bye-bye!